Welcome to the very first 2025 Netball Match of the Round. My name is Allegra Thorburn, and I am here with Filming Footy as well as our many other sponsors, the Mildura Gateway, River 1467, and a big thank you to Sunraysia Football Netball League for making this opportunity here. I'm so excited. A little bit of a fun fact. About 10 years ago, I was the first ever female or netball commentator in history, in the SFNL's history, here in this league. And 10 years on, I get to do it every single round, which is so exciting. I used to do it alongside my late father, Max Thorburn, and he would be sorely missed today, but I will be having some very special guests joining me for special comments for the Netball A-grade Match of the Round. So, getting underway, let's have a look. So, this week I have chosen the games between Imperials and Ouyen. Now, the reason why it was very tough between the two sides, because we've obviously got a twilight game tonight between Wentworth and Redcliffs. Now, both of these games, you wanted to stream them, but what I found very interesting coming out of the 2024 netball season is Ouyen won. They won 45-40 against Wentworth, which is the season favourite of last year. And as I was speaking to Kyra Nathan, which is the coach out there at Ouyen United earlier on this year, she said she was struggling for players and she's going to have a completely different team out here than she usually has. So that is what got me to pick this game with Imperials. They finished 7th on the ladder last year with 3 wins and 12 losses. Coach Ali Walker has been in the role for the last few years. She noted in the pre-season that there are a few young players coming up in the team. Learning the ropes of playing serious netball, which is all very exciting. And with Ouyen, they're coming out of their grand final win last year against Wentworth by 5 points. Ouyen, they finished the season on 4th on the ladder with 9 wins and 7 losses, which is almost half divided evenly, and it just proves that you can do it, being the underdog coming up with this new way that the netball is structured in the finals selection, if with the top 5 instead of the top 4. It gives everyone an opportunity who may not have had the best season, and as you can see with Ouyen, they ended up taking out the grand final. This team, their opening team, is completely different to last year's team. There's only 3 familiar faces hitting the court. The rest of them are B-grade players or some under-17s, which will be really exciting to see how they manage that. The structure on the court, because both teams here are developmental sides, which will be very interesting to watch. With Imperials as well bringing up their under-17s. They've got 3 under-17s actually, so Ella Hards, who else is on there? Maggie Monaghan, and as well as Ebony Eto. They're quite young. So we've just wrapped up here for the C-grade game between Imperials and Ouyen. Imperials managed to take that one home, 36-33 in that 4th quarter. Finishing up there, so that's a nice little win there for the home side in Imperials. Ouyen were up most of that game, and they had quite a big lead in the first half, but Imperials managed to come back, which is fantastic. It's time to read some teams, because we're about to get into the nitty-gritty of this game. 3 minutes out until tip-off time. I'll read out Imperials' team. So in goal shooter, we've got Ebony Eto. Goal attack, Meg McManus. Wing attack, Maddie McManus, that's her sister Meg. Centre is Tracy Sherlock. Wing defence, Ella Hards. Goal defence, Maggie Monaghan. Goalkeeper, Kia Scott. And on their bench is Shelby Armstrong. For Ouyen, goal shooter is Melissa Dider, formerly Melissa... just find her last name, because you will... Melissa Rowland was her maiden name. You might recognise that name. She played for the Melbourne Phoenix squad for some time, not too long ago, which is really exciting to have her on the court today. Goal attack, Catherine Brown. Wing attack, Megan Jardine, and centre, Kyra Nathan. So we've got that consistency in the attacking end of players who have played together pretty much since juniors. Those 3 ladies in Catherine, Megan and Kyra. Wing defence, Ellen Morris is taking the court. Goal defence, Kiana Marshman. And goalkeeper, Tashani Burns, who's honestly my favourite defender in the whole league. She is absolutely ruthless out there. Back in 2019, she won the league best and fairest for the SFNL vote count. Fantastic player, and for a defender to win that award, it's just absolutely iconic, really, because defenders, they have it tough out there. You're not out there scoring goals, you're getting the opposition to not score goals. And she does that absolutely perfectly. On their interchange bench, we've got some B-grade players in Caitlin Rampling and Eliza Parsons. Just doing nail check out there at the moment. We've got Imps are looking good out there. We've got a nice full team out there, as well as Ouyen has a few extra numbers. When I was chatting with Kyra Nathan, she did say she was struggling for numbers. She's got a few people overseas in America and Europe. She's lost a few people to pregnancies, which is a very frustrating illness when it comes to netball. So she was really struggling to find numbers, but she's actually able to bring out more numbers than Imperials have today, which is absolutely fantastic. Imperials, they're showing that they're nice and ready. We've got a half court set up out here as we're getting prepared for a 12 o'clock start. It is 12 o'clock now. It shouldn't be too far away until the girls hit the court, just the umpires and officials doing their business before the start of the game. It's going to be, honestly, my prediction going into this game, I think Imps might get up in this one, and I'm going to predict by maybe 5 points. That's my prediction for the day. I've been out to both teams' trainings, and Imperials just there's something about this developmental side that is just fantastic to see. We've got Kia Scott coming into defence. She's usually in the goal shooting ring. Maddie McManus coming back has taken her out of that ring, but she's a fantastic strong-bodied defender. Like, you would not be able to run through her. She's not someone that you want to come up against in the formation in the goal ring. Looking out there at the moment, we've got two sides who Ouyen's looking a little bit lost at the moment, which is strange to see for a side. But they'll find their way. This is only the first game of the season, the opening round. So this game is part of round 2, actually. So they've split the Easter round, and we've got the opening rounds. We've got 2 teams playing today, and then 2 teams playing over at Easter time, and then next week is actually round 1. So hopefully that all makes sense for you out there. So we're actually starting in round 2 for the opening round today between Imps and Ouyen and Wentworth and Redcliffe tonight, which is a twilight game. That game is going to be so interesting. I'll get more into that at halftime. If you've heard that, you know that means players get into position, bibs on, let's get ready to go. Ouyen still out there just popping up some shots. We've got some nice height in goal shooter there. Just going to find out if I've got the teams. Great, yep, beautiful. So Melissa Dider is there in goal shooter. Nice height out there. Didn't realise she was that tall, but she's definitely got some height. The rest of the team, average height, but you've got some very tall players over in Imp's side. Meg McManus has got a bit of height on her. And then Tracy Sherlock in that centre position. She's going to be something to go up against with Kyra Nathan. I don't think I've seen her fitter. She's a marathon runner, a heat basketball player, and a netball player. So you definitely cannot go past her fitness level. She'll be out there running circles around everyone. Just in the team huddles now. So there's been no changes to the teams that I announced earlier, which is fantastic. We've got Ouyen coming out now onto the court. As you can see on our wonderful live stream, we've got Alice behind the camera with me today. No one doing special comments at the moment. I've been ditched, so you'll just have to put up with me for this first go. Ouyen has got the ball in the first play of the round. Kyra Nathan passes it to wing attack over there in the corner of Megan Jardine. It's finding room there in wing defence. She passes it over to goal defence back to wing defence in Morrish. The ball has been called contact for Meg McManus, so Ouyen keeps possession. Over at the ring now, top of the ring in Megan Jardine, she tries to find a nice lob pass over to Melissa Dider, but she could not get there. There's going to be contact inside the top of the ring there. A nice pass over the top, about 2 metres out from the goal ring, pops up a shot there and it goes through. Fantastic effort there from seasoned player Catherine Brown. Imperials centre pass now, Tracy Sherlock over to goal attack Meg McManus, back to Sherlock, over to sister Maddie McManus, and we're just finding our way into the ring. A really big pass, she's not quite tall enough. This is one of our young guns, Ebony Edo. She pops up a shot and it goes through. Absolutely fantastic play there from Imperials, nice and structured and well thought. Over now to Kyra Nathan. She's an absolutely impressive player there. Passes it back and we're getting it over to goal shooter and Melissa Dida, who knows exactly what she's doing there in that ring. There's a lot of pressure being put on there by goal defence in young Maggie Monaghan. She's blocking out that player from being able to get the ball. A shot put up there by Brown. Nice and close and goes through nicely. A score 2-1, Ouyen Way. And then we've got a wing attack there in, who is that? Maddie McManus, that's right. Shot popped up by Meg, no good. Rebound there for Ouyen. This is a nice... Sorry, just had Esther Mole come up and see me, so she'll be popping in just in this quarter time break to sit with me. Going back to the play now, Brown passes it out to the baseline there under the ring with Dida. She pops it up along the baseline shot, no good. Gets called for obstruction. She steps in, puts it up, both out of play now there for Imperials. So she just has one nice easy shot up, no obstruction there, and that's good for Dida. Score 2-1 Ouyen's Way. Ouyen centre pass now over to Brown. Brown to Jardine. Jardine, she just anticipated that Dida was going to go into that back pocket, but the anticipation was sorely missed. Kia Scott now bringing it down, doing her part for defence over in the pocket there. And we're finally in the middle third. A nice interception there by Catherine Brown. She really knows her stuff there. We're going back over to centre Kira Nathan. She's at the top of the ring. She's going to find a nice sharp pass into goal attack in Brown. You can tell that those two have been playing together for years. She pops up the shot and it's good to go 4-1. Ouyen's Way. Imperials over to Iedo. Iedo, long pass, lob pass into McManus, who puts up a 1.5-metre shot. She's just overjudged it. The short player there, the short 17-year-old in Ebony Iedo, she got that rebound, popped up the shot, good to go, 4-2. Ouyen are looking for an option in that goal third. They can't find it. They're going to utilise that middle third. And, beautiful hands there by Maddie McManus, but it still stays in possession of Ouyen. Ouyen get it to the top of the ring now, finally finding an opening there in Dwyer. Dida passes it to Jardine. The whistle's blown. We're going to call contact on Kia Scott. So she gets to pop up a shot there. Goal shooter Melissa Dida for Ouyen. It's no good. Bounces out and we're going to have a throw-in for Imperials. So we're just waiting. We've got some bibs falling off. That is one of our number one problems out here as a netballer. These bibs just don't stay on. Kia passing it. We're down into the middle third now. A long pass to the opposite side of the court. We call that forcing over a channel there. But we've made it into the goal ring. A nice lob pass there to Tracy Sherlock. There's an interception here with goalkeeper Tashani Burns doing exactly what she says that she's going to do, and is a strong body, and she's always there. Back to the middle court now for Ouyen with that intercept. So they really need to utilise this to get even further ahead. Melissa Dida pops up the shot. It's no good, but her height is unmatched in that ring. We've got one out of play there in the defence. Second opportunity for shot, no good. We're out. And then pops up the third time and still can't do it. We're going to see Catherine Brown here pop up that shot. Absolutely beautiful work there. Follows through 5-2, Ouyen's Way. In the centre pass now, Sherlock over to Hards there. Hards back to Monaghan. That was a nice little intercept there by, I think that was wing defence there, Ellen Morrish. She's got the ball now, passes into the centre third. We're going into the goal third now for Ouyen. They're just managing to get those intercepts. Kia Scott there puts up an incredible fight. She's going to get called contact though outside of the ring, which leaves one in, so 2 attacking. Nice easy pass there to Catherine Brown as she pops up that shot. No good, and a beautiful rebound there. No one else was around there for Kia Scott. She panic passes and it goes into the hands of Jardine, and we're back into Ouyen territory again as Melissa Dida puts up the shot. She's no good with that one. A lot of pressure there, Kia Scott. She really is a force not to be reckoned with. She's got hands over the ball now. She's going to be called for obstruction again, so we've got both out, and Melissa Dida gets a nice, beautiful shot up, and she manages to push it through for the score 6-2, a nice 4-point lead. Ouyen centre pass now. This is what you want in netball. You want those intercepts, and just speaking of that, that ball's gone out of court, and it's going to be Imperials throw-in, which is very vital for them at the moment in their scoring efforts. They need to get those intercepts to be able to get ahead again. Ella Hards there puts up her hands and says, come on, call that contact, which was paid by the umpire. We're in the ring now with Meg McManus. She's going to pop up a long shot. It's no good. She goes in for her own rebound. No match for Tashani Burns as Tashani now has the ball and lobs it, but it doesn't quite make the distance. Nice arms there by Tracy Sherlock, and we've got... We're just going to move on, straight on from that, and we're already in the goal third. That's how quick this game is today. We've got some fast feet players out there. A bounce pass into Catherine Brown in the ring. She's gone back out to the outer third, and the ball's gone out of court, and I think it's going to be an Ouyen throw-in by the looks of it. So Dida here will be looking to... no, it's going to be an on-court contact. So... Back in play now. Dida with the ball. Contact was called on Maggie Monahan. Ball goes up, no good, out of play, and Imperials get an opportunity to redeem themselves in this changeover. So we've got Scott to Monahan. They've not quite sure what they've called there, but we're going back into the ring we've got Brown. Thought she could put up the shot, couldn't. It's back in the arms of Dida now for Ouyen. She steps in a little. No, we're going to... Umpire said to step it back. She pops up the shot. Beautiful there. And that goes through 7-2. It really shows how quick you need to be in those turnovers to be able to get the ball down to your end of the court. Imps are working hard, but not hard enough. Beautiful intercept there by Tashani Burns. Absolutely fantastic effort there. Then we've got the ball in Ellen Morris down to Kira Nathan. The whistle is blown. There's been some contact over Megan Jardine's got the ball, passes it straight in to Dida. She pops up the shot. Good pressure there by Kia Scott. The whistle will blow, though, as she did fall in, so she was moving in as she came down with her arms up. Dida with the shot again, still no good. She's up nice and close now, misses it too, and then contact's going to be called on Catherine Brown. So Kia Scott gets the opportunity to be able to get this turnover for Imperials. Straight down the middle to Sherlock, Sherlock to Hards, Hards to McManus, that's Meg there. We've got to the top of the ring now. We've got to find an opportunity. Shots popped up and it was gone nice and perfectly there for that youngster Ebony Ieto. So there was breaking called there for that centre pass. So Ouyen is going to take it from the goal the third line. We're at the top of the ring now in Nathan. Nathan, a small bounce pass to Jardine. Quick pass there into Dida, but there was some arms there for Maggie Monahan. She didn't manage to get that possession, but a shot was put up for Ouyen there in Melissa Dida to bring the score to 8-3. So a 5-point lead here for Ouyen. Breaking again over at the third line, closest to the football end. Megan Jardine, a long, sharp pass over to Catherine Brown was intercepted there by Kia Scott, but she was called contact, so it stays in possession of Ouyen. Ouyen are going to pop up a shot here, and no good, but the rebound is in their favour. Another shot. It's just they need to get their shooting just a little bit tighter on this one. It is taking them a few opportunities, but Imps need to use that time to be able to get under that ring and get that ball to get that turnover. Another pass was put into the Ouyen shooting ring. There was contact called on Kia Scott. A shot is put up by Brown from about halfway out, and she gets it in nicely. 10-3. This is really Ouyen's game. Imperials now, a long pass out to the wing there for Ebony Edo. She tries to pass it on, but those arms onto Shani Burns. She's maybe short, but she can jump. She's got the biggest reach. A shot's popped up by McManus. No good, though, and the ball goes out of court, and it's going to stay in possession of the Ouyen Kangas. To Shani Burns here with a baseline pass in. Looks like we're going to set up a bit of a play here, but they're switching channels, so we've got Jardine telling someone to come forward. Everyone's running away from the ball, which is not what you want. You want your players coming forward. A beautiful intercept there by Maggie Monahan. And the ball goes out of court, but that's just the type of stuff that Imperials need to be doing to getting themselves back on the court. And again, beautiful hands there from wing defence Ella Hards. She's her third year playing A grade, but this is her first year playing full-time, which is very exciting for her as an under-17 player. Now we're back in play. A bounce pass from Jardine to Brown. She looks to take the long shot, decides not to, passes it back to Jardine for a better option there in that ring. She finds it in Dida. That height is just unmatched. No competition there at all for Dida. She pops up the long bomb. It's no good. Rebound there from Monahan and goal defence. It's good. Imperials, there was a bit of contact in the back there for Hards, but she keeps going. Goal attack, Meg McManus has the ball. She passes it into Ieto. No good to Shani Burns. Just tips that ball and it flies over, and we're going to have a throw there for Sherlock. Maddie McManus into her sister Meg and goes for the goal, which is a nice goal. They needed that. It's been quite a couple of minutes where they haven't scored. Imperials needed that for sure. Catherine Brown comes out into the middle third as goal attack. It gets over to Jardine in the pocket there. Bounce pass in to Dida. She 1-2s it and puts up the shot, and she gets it in nicely. Very close there to the ring, but she managed to get that one in. So there's going to be another breaking. Ouyen just run with it. It's nice and quick here in A grade. We all know what we're doing. Kia Scott tries to get that intercept. No luck. She decides not to put arms up and be there for that turnaround rebound. She gets it, and we're back in possession here for Imps. Hards. Big pass there over to McManus. McManus to McManus. There and her sister. Bounce pass down. She's looking for a better option. She can't find it. Meg needs to get a little bit closer to that ring. And she pops up a shot where she was just about to fall out. It goes through. It's good. 11-5 Ouyen's way. Ouyen with the centre pass now. It's passed to Jardine, who there was a little bit of contact there, which is called on Hards. Ellen Morrish pass over to Jardine. Jardine, if Kia just used that outside hand, she just put her inside hand in, so that's going to be called contact. And Brown, she loves her long shot. She pops it up. It's no good, but Dida was there for Ouyen to be able to get that rebound over Maggie and pops up the shot, and it's good. 12-5 in the first quarter of the opening round game. We've got Imperials now with the ball. They really need to hold on to this ball and make sure that it doesn't get intercepted here by Ouyen United. They need this. They're playing smart. They're playing around. They're moving around. We've got Sherlock passing it in. We're finally in under the ring. This is where McManus needed to be that whole time. She pops up the shot. That's where she works best. She has had a year off. She's a little bit rusty, but we're seeing the McManus that we all know and love now. So we've got a turnover here. So Kia Scott, the goalkeeper for Imperial, she's looking for a good option. She's directing play, finds it in goal defence. Sherlock over to McManus. McManus to Yeto. And McManus... so close there. Edo just tried to lob that pass over to Meg McManus. No good, but there was some obstruction called. So Edo puts up the shot, and it is good for points. 12-7 is the score. And we've got Sherlock for Imperials with the centre pass over to McManus, wing attack. And we're finding our way into the ring now in Edo. She puts up a big shot there. Even that jump defence was no good, and it goes through. 12-8. They're quickly catching up. Imps are going to be looking for an intercept here, but Ouyen are going to be holding on tight. Nathan now with the ball. She passes it strategically in to Catherine Brown, and she pops up the shot right on the siren. That's all good. The umpires have decided it's good to go, and we are finishing out that first quarter for the A grade match between Imps and Ouyen. Ouyen 13 in front of Imps 8. I just want to do a big thank you to the Gateway. This summer is yours to enjoy at the Gateway. Indulge in the ultimate dining experience with our all-day dining from 11 a.m. in the Family Fresh Bistro. Catch all the heart-pounding action in our giant screen at the club bar. Little adventurers will enjoy the endless fun in our kids club and surround yourself in Verde's expansive and alfresco terrace. Play pool, sip cocktails, enjoy the Gateway, corner of San Mateo and 15th Street. Big thank you to our sponsors there at the Gateway. Head on down there for all. They've got everything that you want for all occasions. Now, I had Esther Mole come up to me before. She is going to be commentating with me, which is fantastic. So Esther's been playing for Ouyen for a very long time. She did her juniors out there as well, and just going down to a bit of player information. So she predominantly played B grade. She's been in and out of B and A grade. She played A grade last year. She was the B grade Walter Hyder medal winner for the league in 2019, which is quite impressive. And she was captain of last year's A grade premiership squad. So she is going to have someone fantastic to be sitting next to me. Once she comes back over again, she'll be able to fill you in on all things Ouyen and how this game is going. It's not looking too good for Imperials. They have caught up a little bit in the last couple of minutes of that quarter. But I tell you what, it's going to be a tough game, and we're going to see that back and forth. Ouyen were just so strong there. That combination in the players of Megan Jardine, Catherine Brown and Kira Nathan all feeding it down to each other from the centre of the court all the way into the goal ring. A bond like that is unmatched. These are the types of bonds that netballers have, where they've played all through juniors, had kids, had a family, come back and are playing together. They know how each other play, and that is what works really well, is when you can anticipate when your teammate is going to be and where they're going to be, and those three can do it without fail. We do see a little bit of a switch up there in Melissa Dida, who has come on board this year. She actually lives in South Australia, and she's making the trip over to each game every week, but she will be an asset playing for, having played for the Vixens in the past. We've just got no changes here for Ouyen, and just having a look now who's out on the court. We've got no changes either. Oh no, we've got one change. So Maggie has come off, and we're just about ready to go here, and I'll find out who that is on the court. She's young, so I'm assuming who, but I won't say. McManus now with the ball. A little pass over there to Sherlock. The ball finds itself in that back corner. It's still in the goal third, but they're not finding many options. Ouyen here, their defence is quite tight. Ieto finally gets the ball. She pops up the shot. She waits for Tishani Burns to be able to jump up and get back down. McManus finds the ball in that rebound, pops up the shot, and it's good to go, bringing that first score home for Imperials. 13-19 Ouyen's way. Ouyen now have the ball, and you just can't miss her. She's just the height on her is fantastic. Melissa Dida there for Ouyen. They're working the ball around that ring, not quite sure where they're getting in. They finally found the option in Dida, pops it up. She seems to be working better closer to the ring, but I'm sure her confidence will get better as the game progresses. We've got an Imperials ball here. They really need to close it on, keep the ball close to them. We've had Ouyen there doing one-on-one there. Tight coverage play, which caused the ball to go out of court, and Ouyen now have... Oh, it was a contact. So Ouyen have the ball. Imperials lost possession, which is not something that they want to do at this point in the game. Brown is going to look for an option in standing on the ring. Finds it in Nathan. You can just see there, that pass. Brown knew exactly what Nathan was going to do in that. The ball now goes up. Dida pops up the shot. No good. Second option, and it's good to go. So 15-9 is the score. Imperials have got a brand new fancy electronic scoreboard, which is so amazing to see out here at Brian Waitman Oval. We've got play now in possession of Ouyen. The ball's already found its way into Dida. She pops up that long shot. It's no good. Beautiful rebound there by Imperials' Kia Scott in goalkeeper. The ball finds itself into the middle third with McManus over to Sherlock. It's ball's found itself at the top of the ring. Ieto into McManus. McManus pops up the shot, and it's good to go. Fantastic play there by Imperials. It was nice and clean. They knew exactly where the ball was going. They need to keep this up. It was a good turnover that they got there. Their possession now, and that was just too much oomph on that pass from Ieto into McManus. No good. Baseline throw in for Ouyen in Burns. The ball finds itself in the middle third. Kira Nathan with it now, popping it over to the other side of the court in Morrish. The ball, it's just, they're looking for a way in. Imperials have really stepped up their game and put pressure on them, but Catherine Brown manages to pop her arm out, grab that ball, pop up with a long bomb, and it's good to go. So 16-10 is the score, Ouyen's way. And Ouyen do have possession of the centre pass. There's a bit of contact there for Sherlock, so we're going to see the ball, her out of play here, into Nathan. Nathan, she forces that ball in to Melissa Dida. Kia Scott puts arms, but it's called contact. So the ball goes back out. Long pass over to Dida, utilising her height there. But you can't force the ball into someone like that. It's the same with Jazzy Parker. You've got to wait till she has that opening opportunity. Brown there with the shot up right in front of the ring, puts it through. 17-10 is the score. Sherlock for Imperials passes it to McManus. McManus to her sister Meg, and we're in under the ring there with Ieto, and she pops up a nice clean pass. That's the kind of plays that we want to be seeing here at Brian Waitman Oval for the game between Imperials and Ouyen. We're back under the ring now with Dida. She pops up the shot, and it's no good. She's having a second option though, and she pops it up again, and she gets it through. So if she misses the first, she always seems to get that rebound 9 times out of 10. Imperials now with the pass. Sherlock's trying to get around, but has very hard competition there in Nathan. She's sticking with her. They're both very, very fit here. McManus bounce passes it. There was at the top of the ring and throws into Ieto, but we're just going to bounce past it there. McManus up, taking the shot. There was no one there to defend, so she gets it in nice and easy. 18-12, Ouyen's way. Ouyen with the centre pass now, out to Jardine. Jardine, quick passes between her and Nathan. A long bomb was supposed to be for Dida, but doesn't manage to get it. Intercepted there by wing defence for Imperials. And it's just... See, the game is just so fast, so there was an intercept there for wing defence Ellen Murray. She managed to get the ball back there for Ouyen, and so we're already back in the goal third for Ouyen. The whistle was blown, and there was some contact just outside of the ring, so wing defence was out of play for Imperials. Shot put up, it was no good, and we're going to see a baseline throw in here for goalkeeper. I'm not quite sure who that is. I think it might be Maggie Monaghan. Yep, it is. So passes it to goal defence. They're just trying to work the ball out of the opposing team's goal third. We've made it to the middle. They need to stick with their channels here, keep the ball from going cross court and getting intercepted, because Ouyen are known for those big jumping intercepts. The ball was forced just into Ieto, advantage contact called, and we're popping the ball up in McManus. She completely misses the mark there. Rebound was supposed to be for Ieto, but contact was called on her against Ashani Burns, so Ouyen see the ball again. We have Nathan, the whistle is blown. We've got Sherlock out of play there for Imperials. Ball's just found its way into the goal ring for Dida. Maggie Monaghan out of play there as Dida pops up the shot, and it's good. It's nice and clean. 19-12, Ouyen's way. Imperial back for the centre pass now. And we've got the ball directly on the baseline now. It's going to pop up the shot. She's not facing the sun, so it should have been okay. Meg goes again for that second shot, and she gets it in. She's finally getting that confidence boost. Ali Walker, coach of Imperials, on the sideline. You can probably hear her sending her encouragement to her team at the moment. They really need to utilise those intercepts and changeovers. So a pass was supposed to go in to Brown, but she misses it completely, and we've got a throw in here with goalkeeper for Imperials. Down to wing defence, into centre there. We're still in the goal third for Ouyen. in the middle third finally. A long pass over to the opposite end of the court there from Sherlock. Sherlock again finds it in the goal third, in their goal third. She's really working that ball around. She's being an option absolutely everywhere on the court. A nice lob over to McManus, who puts up the shot. No defence there from Tashani Burns, and it's good. 19-14. We're going to see an Imps centre court pass. Another good opportunity to just hold on to that ball. And Tashani Burns, she's just incredible. Honestly, my favourite player in the league. I shouldn't have favourites, but that intercept there, for someone of her maturity, it's just absolutely fantastic to see that she's still got it. Now we're back in the scoring ring for Ouyen. A shot is put up by Brown. She's very, very good at those centred, long bombs. She's known for those. Nathan with the centre pass for Ouyen. 2014 is the score down here at Brian Waitman Ouyen Oval. Diada puts up a shot. She steps in a little and it's good. Gets it on that first try then, and we're going to see an Imps centre pass. It's out to McManus. McManus to Ieto. Nice clean channel there. It's rolled on the ground to McManus, but she finds an option on the ring. They're looking for an option and find it in Ieto, but she stepped, so she's going to see a turnover there for Ouyen. Almost intercepted there by wing defence. I think that's Ella Hards there. Fantastic little player. And we're going to see Imperials now get to take the ball from the sideline in the defending third. We've got Sherlock with the ball. Nice quick pass there into McManus. McManus to her sister, and then just tapped over to Ieto, who puts up the shot. And it's no good. Tashani Burns then knocks it out of court accidentally. So we see a baseline throw in here set up for attacking end for Imps. Ieto puts up the shot. Fantastic play there. Can't go wrong with those little underarm passes in that short area. We're back over at the shooting end for Ouyen United. The score 21-15. Ouyen's way. Diada looks to put up a long bomb. She puts it up and it is clean. 22-15, Ouyen's way. It's definitely looking like Ouyen's games. My prediction was be a little bit wrong, but anything can change in the game. We're not even at half time yet, so we've still got quite a lot to see from these girls. Meg McManus pops up the shot, and she's finally found her rhythm and her groove. Once she gets in that groove, there's no missing. She focuses and it's on. There was a long pass there by the centre, Kira Nathan, that just goes out of court. So we get another change over here for Imperials. And it was intercepted there. The pass was just a little bit too hard there for goal defence for Imperials. Picked up by Brown. And now we're finding it back in the ring for the shooting end of Ouyen United. Just moving around the ring there with our wings, trying to find an opportunity. And Imperials managed to get that change over, and we're now down at the Imps shooting third, and we've got Ieto in under the ring. It's a lot of pressure there having two defenders on you, but she manages to get that rebound and pops it bounce pass into McManus, who shoots it up, and it's good. 22-17 now for Imperials, and they've got possession of the ball now. They really need to keep this, but it's passed straight from McManus into Tashani Burns' arms. She was clearly looking for Ieto, but she wasn't there. We're moving down the court now into the shooting end. A nice intercept there by Meg McManus. There was no over a third called, so we're just going to keep going. Tashani Burns ends up picking that ball up from the ground. It nearly went out of court. I thought it was going to get called. It didn't. A long bomb, almost over a third, but it manages to stay in an intercept there by Imperials. So they've got to really keep a hold on that ball. Ieto now out to McManus, and other McManus in the ring. She puts up the shot. She's no good. Tashani Burns gets that, and goal attack out of play for Imperials. Ouyen going to have to really work hard here. So Burns passes it to goal defence. We're finally in the shooting third for Ouyen there. A nice little pass into Jardine as she was on the move. Diada just loses and fumbles that ball, and it's picked up by Sherlock. They need to really hold it in now as McManus takes that ball and passes it off. We're in the goal third now for Imps. They just can't keep doing those passes. Ebony almost had it, but she fumbled and ball went out of court. So we're going to see Burns with the throw in there from the baseline, from the far end of the baseline. and it's moving into the shooting end. Dida with the ball now. She's looking for an option. She finds it on the ring. It's back in her hand. She pops it up, and it's good. So that brings the score to 23-17 Ouyen's way. Ouyen have the centre pass now in Kira Nathan, and she's the playing coach, actually, out there. She's been doing it since 2016, which is fantastic effort. The ball is now in Melissa Dida's arms, in under the ring. Kia Scott puts on that pressure, but gets called for obstruction. Dida pops the shot up. It's good. You can see the little bit of frustration there from Scott, but she has been playing predominantly in shooter, so it's different for her to come over to the defending line. We're back in the Imps shooting end, just 1-2ing between Sherlock and McManus. A contact was called to Shani Burns there. She was out of play and popped up nicely by McManus and went through. 24-18 is the score here, Ouyen's way. So we're just seeing an interchange here. McManus, that's Maddie McManus, is off, and Ella Hards is back on in wing attack there. So now the ball is going to be thrown in from the baseline there for Kia Scott. She's looking for an option. She finds it in goal defence. It's passed out to Sherlock, and almost nearly there for wing defence. I'm not quite sure who that is. I think it's Armstrong there. Over to... we've got the ball over in under the ring, nice and quick. Meg McManus pops it up, but it's no good, and it's going to be intercepted there by goal defence for Ouyen. That's Marshman. They're just throwing the ball now. They're getting down in the centre, and a long, quick pass to Brown, but it's going to be called in the way of Imperials. We're going back over to the back part of the court, middle of the court there, so there must have been something that happened that we missed. Nice long lob in to McManus under the goal ring. She puts up the shot. Fantastic pass there by wing attack Ella Hards. That was just where it needed to be. Got another Imperials through the centre, and exactly the same pass. If it works, keep doing it. She pops up the shot, and it's good. So 24-20, we're within 4 again in this second quarter here. Kira Nathan is going to try and get the ball into the shooting third here for Ouyen. They really need to get a shot up here. I don't think there's too much time left on the clock. A shot is put up by Catherine Brown. The pressure was on, though, with arms there by goal defence in Imperials, and it's no good out of court. Imps throw in. Sherlock to McManus. McManus, she passes it long over to wing attack. A nice, brilliant pass there into Ebony Ieto right as the siren went off to get a goal, and the umpire has just said it's counted. So 24-21, Imps have brought it in between within 3 points, which is absolutely fantastic to see. I'm just going to have a quick short break, and I'll be back to you with our special comments person from Ouyen United, which will be Esther Mole. We are back back down here at Brian Waitman Oval in the opening round game between Imperials and Ouyen. Imperials are out in front by 3 points Ouyen's out in front by 3 points against Imperials, which was not the game that I thought it was going to be. But I am joined here by Esther Moore. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. So you're going to be my special comments person, so you're going to sit here for the next half of the netball.
Beautiful.
And because you are an Ouyen expert, how long have you been out at Ouyen?
Yeah, well, I grew up in Ouyen, born and bred, and then I went away for a few years, and I've been back for 5.
So did you play last year?
Yes, I was part of the premiership team last year. I was a very, very proud captain. So we're riding off the high of that, I guess.
The win. And when I was speaking to Cara Nathan a couple of weeks ago, she said, we're not going to do very well today because we're missing players. We've got people who are pregnant, we've got people overseas, we're not going to do very well. I think she spoke too soon.
Yeah.
So Ouyen's doing absolutely fantastic out there today.
They are. They're doing a great job. I think we've had a few step up, especially today, but in the pre-season leading up, they've had an awesome pre-season. And, I guess you don't really know until round 1 how you're going to go. And,
exactly right.
We've been, I think quietly confident that it would all come together. But, hopefully the girls can hold it together for another half and we can come away with a win.
They did stretch it out to about a 7-point lead there. Imps managed to get a couple of nice, clean passes into the goal shooter, Ebony Ieto there. She's quite short, but they know where to find her sometimes. So they finally found that groove, Imperials. But Ouyen and with Melissa Dida, tell me the story about that. Aren't you cousins?
Sure, yeah. So it actually happened at my wedding. I got married at the end of last year after the season. Yeah, thank you. And Kyra had known of Mel when they played against each other in Adelaide back in the day. So when she saw her there at my wedding, she's put her recruiting hat on. Yeah, and she actually messaged me about 3 weeks after the wedding. Kyra did, and she said, "Do you reckon Mel just said yes to playing just to, fob me off to get me to go away?" And I said, I'll message her. Yeah, had a few drinks. When she... I messaged her. She said, actually, I really want to come back and play in the country. And she spoke to her husband and, it's something that she wanted to do for a long time. So we are thrilled. I can't believe she's actually playing. It's awesome.
And her height. It's quite impressive. There's not too much height out there on the court from either team except for her.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. It's just what you guys need. And you've got some height at that one end in the shooting end, and Tashani Burns in defence. She's my favourite player, I've been saying. I'm a defender in the netball world, so I just love her. We're getting back underway here now with an Imperials centre pass. It's already in their goal 30 manner. She pops it long, but it is intercepted there. Who have we got in keeper at the moment? Yeah,
that's Kiana Marshman. She was in our B grade side last year, but she's had a huge pre-season, and under Kyra's guidance, she's been able to really step up in defence this year in A grade.
Absolutely fantastic defence there. Those arms, they're just so long. Ieto there for Imperials popped up that shot and it was good. 24-22, 2 points in between. Imps looking for an intercept here, but it's no luck. Catherine Brown picks up that ball and it goes over and back to Brown there from Jardine. She pops up the long bomb. She really tried. She put some height on that, but couldn't quite get it in. Dida managed to find the ball, pops up the shot. No good, but she's got her own rebound and she's going to go again, and it was nice and clean through that ring. It's the height in there. It's just fantastic for her. If she misses, she gets it pretty much every time. There's no opportunity for Imperials there. 25-22 is the score here. We're back down at the shooting end for Imperials here. Let's see what the ball's going to be put into the goal third there, and wing attack is taking it for Imperials. Over to Sherlock. Sherlock, long pass, but those arms there.
Yeah, so Kiana is actually a shooter.
Really?
So she's been trained this year to be a defender. Kyra's really put a lot of work into her, as well as Shani. She's an amazing mentor in defence, so she's come along beautifully.
And she's doing very well. She looks like a natural defender, but you do have that in there when you're a shooter.
Yes.
Shot was popped up, no good, and we're back in possession of Ouyen here. Tashani Burns is holding strong there, giving options as she's moved into goal defence now. Out into the middle third. Ouyen just looking for an opportunity here. Imperials are doubling up on their defence there as they were coming through that middle third, which is a smart play to move because Ouyen, you've just been intercepting absolutely everything. But that's what you guys do in your defence.
I think they are trying a bit of a press in the middle there, so we're just trying to, Ouyen's trying to work their way through that.
And we've got Imperials now with that intercepting the ball, and they've just lost possession there, and it's just gone out of court there. Wing attack, Ella Hards. So it's Ouyen's ball again. It's going to be passed into Burns. Burns is looking for an option. She finds it in goalkeeper. In that middle third there to Jardine, and she has popped it straight into Brown. Brown to Dida, and she's right under the ring here. She shouldn't miss it. And the goal is good, which brings the score to 26-22. So we've got a 4-point lead.
Yeah.
We're back to 4 points, and it is Ouyen's ball now. And the ball has just made its way into the ring. Dida there, she's going to put up that long bomb. It's no good, but she's there for her own rebound. Her feet managed to stay in. Brown there, she puts the shot up, and it's good. Facing away from the direction of the sun, so it was nice and easy for her there. Imperials now have the ball. It's in their goal third in Ieto. Ieto long pass to their goal defence there. I think that's Maggie, and she passes it long into the middle of the ring there. It's made its way out of the ring and back in again to McManus. McManus puts up a long bomb. She gets it through. Once Meg turns on, she's on.
Yeah, she's on. Did she have last season off?
She did. She was overseas in London.
Yes,
nannying.
I don't remember her last season, but she, I remember her a few seasons ago, even in defence, and she's dangerous.
She is a powerhouse for sure. She was a little bit uncertain about being shooter, and when I spoke to her 2 weeks ago, but she seems to be fitting in quite nicely.
She's doing a great job.
Yeah, in the ring. The ball is now at the shooting end for Ouyen. It's Jardine with possession there. She passes it into Brown in the middle of the ring there. Brown gets to put up a shot undefended there. Gets her own rebound. She's going up again. It's not like her to miss, but she follows through for that second one there. Catherine Brown, fantastic player.
Yeah, amazing. She's picked up where she left off in the grand final last year. She was so dominant in that game, and she's picked up right where she left off, which is awesome to see.
It is. Meg McManus there pops up the shot. It's no good. The rebound was caught by Ieto. And she puts up a shot and it's no good. We've got a loose ball here in the middle third, and there's going to be contact called here, but let's see who is in favour of. Ouyen's in favour, so Sherlock out of play. The ball finds itself back in the shooting end for Ouyen. It's forced there, lob pass into Catherine Brown, but Kia Scott has been called for contact there. Brown pops up the shot, and it's good to go. A nice, easy shot. She's good at those. That position of the court is exactly where she wants that ball to be and to shoot.
Yeah, that's right. And I think the combination of Ellen, Megan, and Catherine in that attack, they read each other's minds. I don't know how they do it. They're so speedy. I'm feeling for Mel to have to try and read what they're doing.
Exactly right.
So quick.
Imperials now with the ball. They've got a turnover here, but it's almost intercepted there by wing defence for Ouyen.
Yeah, that's Caitlin Rampling. She had a year off last year, and she's come back. She's a ripping little WD, runs all day.
Yes,
she's tough as nails.
She's looking good out there. Smart play there by Burns as she taps the ball, and it's made its way over into the shooting end for Ouyen. The whistle's blown. There was some contact called. A long pass there from centre. That's Ellen Morrish there. In centre, but the ball's gone out of court, and Kia Scott's going to take it from the baseline just outside of that ring, and then it's passed into Monaghan. Monaghan back to Scott as they're looking for an option here. We've got a play definitely set up from Ouyen here.
Yeah, defensive press there, that is. They've been working on that at training, and we've been running that for a few years now.
And it works well.
Yeah.
It works well. But we do see it's like I said, it's worked. We're back in the shooting end now for Ouyen. Lots of calls today. Some things have been missed, some things haven't. But
the umpires seem to be really protecting the shooters today, which is frustrating as a defender.
It absolutely is.
But great for our shooters.
Yeah, definitely great for the shooters. We've got Brown there about to put up a shot, and it's good. So 30-23, you've got into a 7-point lead now, which is fantastic in this third quarter.
Yes.
Imps now with the ball, bringing it down. They can't lose it here. They really can't afford to. Tracy Sherlock ducks to get out of the way of that pass, and it's a wayward pass, and it ends up going out of court. No one was there to pick it up on the receiving end. So we have a throw in there for Ouyen. Working it down the court, a beautiful jump there from your goalkeeper, Kiana. That's Kiana Marshman, isn't it? Yes.
Yep.
Beautiful jump there. Took the pass. Jardine now with the ball. She's just everywhere she needs to be. She's already running down and made it to the other end of the court. Pass into Dida. She quickly passes it off before she steps. Back and forth between her and Jardine. Manages to get the ball. Pops up the shot. And it's no good and rebounded there by Kia Scott. She does a long pass into the middle third, finds its way into wing defence's arms, out into the... it's forced into that ring to Shani Burns there. Managed to get some hands on it, but couldn't quite get the intercept. Shot was put up by McManus, no good, and we're back in play with Ouyen. Imps just aren't holding onto the ball. They're really, a lot of their passes, they're just too high. If you've got someone like Tashani Burns, you can't be passing like that in the shooting ring like for their attacking.
I agree, and I think, you know, the speed of the Kangas today, I think Imperials are trying to jump and match that speed, which Tashani feeds off beautifully. She's able to pick it off.
There was just a wayward pass there from, that's Maddie McManus. So got the sister duo back out there. We just had one of the interchange players come off. So Ella Hart's came off and Maddie's come on, but she loses possession of the ball. But we get it back in the middle of the very centre of the court. A long pass there, but the whistle's blown. And now we're going back the opposite direction of play.
Yeah, it's up and down.
It really is.
Very
because
quick.
Imps really want to get some turnovers here and not lose the ball. But we're going to see Tashani Burns pass from the middle of the court. A long pass into Ellen Morris there, who's in centre. And we're holding time. So warning now has been given to the goalkeeper for Imperials. So Kia Scott has got a warning. I'm going to assume it's for the contact, the excessive contact. It is. She is a shooter. She should know. But it is her first year coming back into defence for a very, very long time. So it will take some time to get used to for her.
And I think their tactic at the moment is to really body on Mel and push her out. So you're expecting a contact or two there.
Yeah, exactly. So you can only get 2 warnings and then you're off for 5 minutes. I think you're 2 or 5 minutes. We've got
I'm not familiar with
We've got some brand new rules out
rules
here this year and last year as well, and we're all still trying to keep up with the rules of the netball in Victoria.
Yes.
But we'll work it out. This new interchange thing that came into play 2 years ago, and it's quite good because footballers get to do it. And we get to do it too. Beautiful incept there by goal defence. I'm not quite sure who that is. I think it may be Shelby Armstrong. I'm not 100%.
Yes, she's my dentist.
Perfect. There you go. Shelby is also
a
Miss Universe contestant this year.
Yes, that is her.
Yes, so she's been doing lots of fundraisers. So she's a netballer, a dentist, and she's running for Miss Universe. So how fantastic.
What a gal.
Yeah, I know. She's doing it all. So the ball there, we had possession there, I think, for Ouyen, wasn't it? Yep. Ouyen had possession. Yep. It's gone out of court. But there was some contact before it. Kia Scott there passes it to Armstrong. The ball manages to go out of court, and we're going to see a bit of an interchange here with goalkeeper. That is young Maggie Monaghan there. So she's going to be coming in the next break of play for Imperials. Kia's going to take a bit of a break with that one warning. It's got a throw in now from the sideline. It's made its way into Imperials shooting third, and we're still in possession here for Imperials. The ball's just gone out of court. Ieto there, she's going to take a quick pass to Sherlock. tries to pass it into Ieto, but there was arms there from Tashani Burns that knocked it out of court. So we're going to throw it in again from the baseline, close to the ring. Bounce pass to McManus, pops up the shot, and it's clean. So the 33-24, the 9-point lead there for Ouyen, which is absolutely fantastic to see. There was a ball there just from McManus. Maddie McManus went to pass it to Sherlock, but she didn't quite get the message. So we're back at the shooting end there for Ouyen. Brown steps in and into just where the spot where she likes to shoot from, and she gets it in. So we're back out to a 10-point lead in the third quarter here. Long pass there by, that was Jardine, I think. Long pass there. You've managed to keep it in possession with Ouyen. There's going to be some contact called here, though, for the goal defence. Shelby Armstrong out of play. Shots popped up by Brown. Fantastic. Every time she gets to that, it's a metre out.
Yes.
Just over a metre out.
It's a sweet spot.
Pop it in every time.
Yes.
So score now 35-24. We're over the double digits now in the lead for Ouyen. And Imps have just fumbled the ball again. So we're going to see a side but almost baseline throw in there from Kiana Marshman. Ball's found its way down to the shooting end for Ouyen. Dida with the pass out to Brown. Brown back into Dida, but it's intercepted there, and there was a bit of contact. So we're going to see Imps with possession of the ball now. Can't even think. That's I look at Sherlock. Sherlock and Armstrong apparently are too similar for me, which doesn't make sense. So in now, Kia Scott's found herself into the shooting ring. She pops up the shot. See, this is what she's good at.
She's looking very comfortable there. Yeah.
She knows this. It was good to try her in defence, but she's back where she's good. And nice intercept there by Sherlock as it's passed to goal attack in McManus. McManus to her sister. We're out on the ring now as the ball finally makes it in the ring to McManus, and it's good for points. So 35-26, Ouyen's way. Imperials with the ball. Over to Armstrong now, a long bomb into Meg McManus. She quickly passes it. McManus and Scott have played netball together for a very long time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all through juniors and everything, they have played together.
Yeah,
so
they're
they
looking
know,
pretty comfortable there together.
Yeah,
so.
they're very comfortable in the ring. They know where each other's going to go, and this could work, but we'll see. So Kia Scott puts up that shot.
I know once Kia gets on a run, it's very hard to stop her.
She's an absolutely incredible shooter, and I'm actually excited that we get to see her out there.
Yeah, she uses her body beautifully in there too.
She does.
It's very hard to play on.
We're back in the shooting end for Ouyen now. I've got some contact on the outside of the ring called. Out of play there, wing defence. The ball found its way to Dida. She pops up the shot and about 1.5 metres out, puts it through, good to go. So getting more scores on the board, 36-27, Ouyen's way, Imps ball. McManus now, she's looking for her sister, and there was some beautiful arms there from Ellen Murray. She's playing centre at the moment. A fantastic player. She filled in a little bit last year, I heard.
Yeah, well, she's been a part of our A-grade side for, since I've been back, 5-6 years, probably more. But last year she had a bit of time off. She went overseas to Europe, and then she managed to make it back for the grand final. So she definitely deserved that spot in the grand final after all her work for years in the A-grade side.
We're back now. There was a shot put up for Imperials, and we're back at the Ouyen end. The ball was popped up by Dida. Points not after the siren. So we've had 2 quarters with points that have counted, and we've just ended the third one with another shot up, and it was no good there for Dida. So the score now into this fourth quarter is 36-28. Now, talk to me about who are we missing from the team? So, who are we missing?
So we had, from our grand final team last year, we had Maggie Smith in GS.
She was 15.
She was phenomenal in the great. She came back. She played a few games throughout the season. We didn't really have a consistent shooter last year. We all had to go there, and then we made sure that we qualified Maggie, and she was able to come back all throughout finals, and she blew it out of the park for us in the grand final.
And
especially.
Got best on court as well.
Best on court.
How
she
fantastic
was
is that?
Unstoppable. So you can see why Megs and Ellen are so comfortable passing into Mel. They look for that
they
one
know
up.
That height.
They're used to Maggie.
Yeah.
So We've got Maggie out. She's, I think she's down in Ballarat playing.
Yeah, she is.
Playing down there. So myself, I'm obviously out. I played GD last year. I'm having a baby, so
congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'll be looking for you every Ouyen game that we're doing, because you can come and sit with me. You're very comfortable behind the microphone, which is fantastic. Just what I need.
I'm trying to think who else we've got out.
Yeah,
Casey Crothers, of course.
Yeah,
she was our GK.
Yes.
So we've got a bit of a different defensive duo this year with Casey and I out.
Yeah, so you've got a youngster in... Well, how old is Kiana? She's
no, I don't think she'd be in her mid-20s.
Yes, exactly. So still young. We'll call that young.
Yeah. So she's just lapping it all up, though. She's taking it all in and...
well, if you're learning alongside Tashani Burns, one of the best defenders in the league,
that's
the
right.
best defender, I say, the best defender in the league.
Yes.
She's fierce, and she knows how to use her body. She knows when to jump, when to put her arms up. She's unmatched.
I don't know how she does it. I'd love people to come and watch her at a training session. She barely gets out of second gear. She likes to take it easy during the week, but we get to game day and I don't know what happens. She just turns it on, and
fire just ignites inside of her.
She is a finals specialist. There's a few girls in this team that are just built for finals, which is handy to have.
And she's one of them.
She's one of them. And when the game's all tied up or we need a lift, she just manages to get an intercept, and
she times it so well. I watch her. If you watch just her as that ball is coming down the court, her eye is just on that ball. She plays for the ball.
And to defend with her, your job's made easy because you just got to listen to what she's telling you to do. And
she's also the loudest on the court as well. I forgot to mention that at the start. She is the best and the loudest defender in the league.
She's amazing.
Which is quite a title to have. We're back underway here for our fourth quarter for the game between Imps and Ouyen. Kia Scott back in her natural habitat there. She puts up a shot. She misses it though. Contact was caught on Tashani, and so she was out of play. McManus puts up the shot, and it's all good. So they're back in 36-29. They need to get over that 30 mark to still be in this game. Anything can happen in the next 15 minutes, which is one of the things I love the most about netball is how quick it is. We found Brown now in goal shooter. Catherine Brown has switched to goal shooter, and Dida's going for a run now in GA. A few changes out here on the court. I don't know how Tracy Sherlock does run centre for an entire hour of gameplay. It's just incredible. She's one fit human being.
Yes.
The ball is just picked up there by Ellen Morris, who's playing centre at the moment. She's just done about half a game in centre, and she's looking good out here.
Yes,
just
super fit.
Keeps re-offering as she moves down that court, which is what you want in a centre player. And coming up against Tracy Sherlock, it would just be that's one of the toughest centres in the league to come up against.
That's right.
The shot was put up there for Ouyen, but it was no good, and we see a rebound there from Maggie Monaghan. A youngster there. She's in under 17s. The ball finds its way over to us. You got a touch. Congratulations.
Is Maggie Monaghan a junior?
She is.
She is, right. Is she playing juniors?
Just actually aged out. No. Maggie is the one who is 16. She can play 17s, but she's not playing 17s this year.
She's not playing the juniors?
A grade. So
beautiful.
They're utilising her. This is her third year playing in A grade, in and out of 17s. But
so much potential. Amazing.
Exactly. So the ball has come near us again. We've got like a magnet over here. Ball's out of court, and it's going to be thrown in by Maddie McManus into Sherlock. Sherlock bounce pass there into Meg McManus. She pops up the shot, and it is good. Points on the board there for Imperials. 37-30 is the score here. 7 the difference in the fourth quarter. Imps versus Ouyen. Ouyen with the ball now. It's at the top of the ring, and a big... that was an oval pass. That's what I like to call that. Very high at the top into Dida, but she didn't quite get it, so it's going to be a baseline throw-in for the goalkeeper from Imps there. We're speeding down the court here. This is where mistakes are made. Shani, just incredible. She knew where that ball was going when it was over near the line over there. Absolutely fantastic there. We've gained possession back, and a nice little intercept from Ella Hards there. She's also another, she's just aged out of 17s, Ella Hards.
Yes.
Wing defence for Imperials, and she's a nice little player, that one. She just seems to fill in the gaps, which is fantastic, and being a good presence on the court.
Yeah, Imps are doing a great job here making Ouyen pass on the run.
Yes.
Which is not the style of play that we are comfortable doing.
And
we
you
like
can definitely see the reflection of that in you guys. But once you get that ball in the ring, and we're going up for a second shot here for Dida, like that. If she misses her first, she gets it on the second. Like, I don't think she's missed a rebound from her own shot this game, which is absolutely fantastic. There's no competition for her height at all out here on this court. Kia Scott now with the pass to cross court to Maddie McManus into her sister, who puts up the shot, but it's no good. Kia Scott with the easy rebound. She pops it up, and it's good there for another point on the board. 38-31, Ouyen's way. It could be anyone's game here. Imperials with possession now, bringing it down the court just how you guys like it. But there's a nice little intercept there from Maggie Monahan from Imperials. It's long bombed over to Meg McManus in the centre third. Over to Maddie McManus now. She's going to use her option in Armstrong, standing on the line there. A long pass over to the opposite side of the ring there to Sherlock. It's forced in to Scott. She pops up the shot, and it is good. So now there are only 6 points the difference between these two fantastic sides who have both fought really, really hard today. But Ouyen are just coming out on top. It's now a little bit, putting the pressure on. That was a little bit of contact there for Ellen Morris. So she's out of play. Kia Scott finds the ball at the top of the ring there. She passes it off to Sherlock, who bounce passes it, and Tashani ends up almost getting it. But we're going to see possession stay with Imperials. A long shot there for McManus, who completely misses the ring and the net. Kia tries to keep it in play, but no good. So we're going to see a baseline throw in here for Marshman.
I think fitness is going to start really coming into it now. Decision making is something that Ouyen practices a lot.
Yes.
And hopefully that fitness can stand up now when they can make some good decisions coming down the court.
And as a netballer, we hate this time of the year because it's still bloody hot out there.
It's painful.
So even though it's only 23 degrees today, the sun's got a bite to it, and the whole court is just glazed with sun. Got a bit of a scuffle there on the ground, but Ouyen manages to come out on top and keep possession of that ball. Catherine Brown, she is just almost had it, but it's lost possession. And Armstrong there, she's playing really well in goal defence. She wasn't as noticeable in wing defence, but putting her in goal defence, it's absolutely fantastic. The ball's now at the shooting end for Imperials. McManus puts up the shot, and it's good. Brings the margin even closer now, 38-33. Ouyen's ball from the centre. We've got a change here. Kira Nathan's back on the court now. Kyra, sorry. She yells at me every time I get it wrong. It's the way it's spelt.
Yes,
Brown putting up the shot now, and that one's good. The margin's back out again, 38-33. Imperials ball from the centre. Sherlock looking for an option, finds it in McManus in the middle third, passes it to her sister, and it's a 1-2 between the two sisters there. Over to Sherlock, a long bomb there. She was looking for Kia Scott, but Kia wasn't quite in position there, so she ran for the ball, but she could not get it. And we've got a throw-in for Ouyen United here. The ball is on... just went out of play, and we're going to call it, that came off Meg Jardine, the umpires called it. I didn't quite see that, but we'll believe them for now. Imperials with possession. Sherlock looking for an option, finds it in Armstrong, long pass there. That was anticipated to go into the goal third a little further, but Kyra Nathan, she just hopped in there and popped that ball out of court. We've got Maddie McManus now with the ball, who found her sister. Kia Scott picks up the leftovers there as the ball was just idle on the ground. Pops up the shot, and it's good, 39-34. It looks like we're going to see another change for both sides. So we've got Ellen Morris right in front of us now, about to come on in wing defence. That change has happened now. Yeah,
this is where Ellen's most comfortable in wing defence.
Wing defence is her position.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Another shot there, but that was Dida, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yep, popped up. 40-34 is the score. Ouyen's way. Imps with possession. Popped it to Kia Scott, who's just popped out of the ring there. A long pass to, I think that's Ebony. No, not quite sure. Kia Scott finds herself under the ring with the ball, puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebound there from Marshman for Ouyen. And Tashani Burns is going to take the contact that was called there with Sherlock out of play. Now we're hearing Ali Walker from Imperials yelling at her team. Can you hear what she's saying?
I think she's just trying to get their mid-court to put a bit more pressure on him. Cause a stop.
Yeah, it's too quick down that mid-court. They need to really slow it down and be precise with their passing.
Yes.
We're going to see a set-up shot here. Dida's going to put it down because we know Catherine Brown is much better at those long passes. She steps in, she puts up the shot, and I spoke too soon, but she gets her own rebound. What a little fumble that was.
Yes.
Pops it up, and the points are good, 41-34. We shouldn't have too much time left on the clock.
Mel's looking in a bit of pain there. I think she's... popped one in the back there. Hopefully it doesn't slow her down too much. I think it's worth noting that Mel, when she did play for the Thunderbirds back in the day, she was, I believe, a running GA.
Yes. And you can tell.
But we don't see many GAs Mel's height in our league. So
no, you don't. You put every height, person of her height is goal shooter or goalkeeper.
That's right. Maybe with the exception of, Amanda Edwards. She's a massive GA, but
sometimes she's unmatched. Who have we got coming on now in goal
we've
shooter?
got Eliza Parsons, who is, in fact, our B grade shooter.
Oh, fantastic.
She's run out beautifully.
And that's the thing with this beautiful interchange thing. She runs in onto the court, gets the ball, and is about to pop up a shot.
We're looking at a rotation here.
Gets her own rebound and tries again. No good. A little bit rusty. She hasn't played for the entire game here.
The pressure is on to get this goal.
It is. Fourth time's a charm. Let's see. We've got, one out of play. Armstrong there.
God, girl.
Almost got her own rebound again. That would have been fifth. I think she's just a little bit nervous out there. I'm going to swap over here to see.
We're working down the time at least.
We'll say that. Working down the time. 42-34. Points are good. Imps have possession of the ball now, and we're going to see Brown go in and Dida have her first break of the game, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So she's done an absolutely fantastic effort. Oh, no, she's getting bib on for goal shooting. Don't even worry about it.
She hasn't actually been able to join us for training, so we need to have her on as much as we can during our games when she's here to be able to practice with her.
Because she's based in South Australia, isn't she?
She's from Adelaide. She's driving over to play for us when she can. She's working full-time. She's a busy gal. She's got 2 boys, so getting her here to play is... we've got to use her as much as we can.
Exactly right. And someone that you want on that court, how she's performed today is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I think she'll... I'm not sure what her percentage will be. She might be a bit disappointed in that, but she's set up a lot of plays.
She has, for sure.
Especially in that first half, so...
Yeah, and she'll find her groove with this team. It's
for sure.
Like you said, if this is the first time that you're all playing together, well, it's going to take some time. She's just about to hit the court now in goal shooter. And she's just going to run on as Imperials have shot a goal, so it brings the score 43-36. Kyra Nathan with the ball in the centre pass. It's found its way into the arms of Monahan, goalkeeper there for Imperials, they're bringing it down the court.
Ooh, footwork
is called. That's the third footwork of the game. I've been keeping track in my head. I always love it when footwork is called because they've changed the rules a million times on stepping and all of that.
Yes.
So now we've got Ouyen United with possession. An intercept there from wing defence, Ella Hard. Throws over to wing attack in Ebony Iedo. She's done fantastic shooting today, but she's had to move out to wing attack as Kia Scott came into the ring. Meg McManus with the ball, and we're going to call contact. We're holding time. So there's a 2-minute suspension called. So that is Kia's second warning. So she's now suspended for 2 minutes. There we go. We've got the rules.
2 minutes off, so they can't replace her.
It doesn't look... She's confused, for sure. So this is what I didn't understand about this rule. So they can't replace her.
No, they can't replace her, which is going to be a really... that's a big blow going into the last few minutes of the game.
I know.
Especially when they are...
It's definitely not what you want. I'm going to be speaking to her after the game, so I'm just going to get her thoughts on, what's going on. It's just...
You feel for the players that do get sent off because you know that there is no malice in it.
Yeah, it's not intentional. We're just out here. We're playing for the ball.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's important to acknowledge that umpires do try and keep control of the game, and that they're doing their best as well, and they're just calling what they see. So
absolutely,
yeah, that's a big blow for Imps, and I think Kiana will breathe a sigh of relief, probably.
Absolutely. Ouyen now with the ball. Intercepted there almost by Imperials, but Dida manages to keep control of that ball. Pops up the shot. It's no good, and a rebound there for goalkeeper Maggie Monaghan. It's moving down the court now. Oh, that was almost a step, but Armstrong kept control. It's in Ieto now.
Meg's got a big job ahead of her here to try and get this ball.
Oh, the poor thing. I definitely feel for her. She's going to have to, the fact that she got that ball and was able to even just put up a shot is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, she's done a good job there.
Against two very strong defenders there. Ouyen lose possession of the ball, and it's going to go back in the way of Imperials. So Meg, I definitely am going to be talking to her after this game as well to see what it's like being out there on your own.
That's right.
As a shooter up against two incredible defenders, and a long bomb there.
They're doing a good job.
Yeah, if she scores in this, I'm going to be very
she's done really well
impressed.
there.
That just shows you what Meg McManus can do, and she's been sorely missed on this Imperials side, and she's done a fantastic job out there today, just keeping consistent and not letting the pressure get to her.
Yes.
Some arms there by Armstrong, and that's the timer there, not for the siren, but for Kia Scott to be able to go back on. So the play has to finish. So there's a shot up there for Ouyen. So 45-37. And now they're just waiting for Kia Scott to enter the court now. There's a little bit of confusion. No. So we've just got confirmation that we need to wait for break in play. So Maddie's actually, Meg's ended up getting another shot, being the lonely goal shooter in there. So she scored 2 points on 2 defenders, so that's pretty impressive. Ouyen still with the lead, 45-38. There can't be too much left in this game. A long pass from the one end of the court to the other there in that third, and a shot's popped up by Catherine Brown, and it's good, 46-38. I do think that this is Ouyen's game. There we go.
Beautiful.
That is the siren there.
I think Kyra will be really impressed with that game. I can see her at training telling us to slow down. I think that'll be our focus throughout the year now.
Oh, absolutely.
We were very speedy there.
But it's over now. You've got one game out of the way, one win on the board, which is a fantastic effort. So final score here, 46-38. Now, as it's we're hitting 1:15, I'm so excited to talk about the teams that are coming out tonight in the next 15 minutes. So I'll sit while we're just waiting for everyone to have their debrief and settle in before we do some interviews. Let's have a look at these teams.
Sure.
So Wentworth and Redcliffs are about to hit the court in 15 minutes' time. Okay. Wentworth's team, goal shooter Amanda Edwards, goal attack Lola McInnerney. She's just young and 17. She's very tall.
She did play a little bit in the grand final last year, and she did an exceptional job on Maggie.
Is also part of the filming footy crew, so so I know her very well.
I'm seeing her in GA, but she was defending last year.
She plays everywhere,
Wow.
So she's actually they've moved her into shooter. They made that decision last year, and they've moved her into shooting just to give Lizzie Rowe a break, so we can see that she's Elizabeth Rowe is benched on my notes there.
Okay. Right.
Wing attack Molly Mangan, centre in Ashley Cameron, wing defence Christy Becker. Goal defence, Courtney Wakefield. Goalkeeper, Natalie Vercher. And then our 2 interchange is Elizabeth Rowe and Georgie Chase. So that's Wentworth's lineup. Now, this is what has been the talk of the netball world. And I got this team sent to me last night and sworn to secrecy to not release it, because it is going to be an absolute shocker for the netball community, and anyone coming up against Redcliffs in the coming weeks is really going to see how different this team is.
Okay.
So the first 3 players we all know: goal shooter Jasmine Parker, goal attack Zara Copley, who moved over from Mildura last year to play for Redcliffs. Jasmine and Zara they're both, I don't know who's tall. I think Zara's actually a little bit,
that's a really
Jasmine. So they've got height in the ring. Then we've got wing attack in Georgia Parker, who feeds it into her sister absolutely perfectly every single time. Centre in Jackie Bell, she's just returned for a year overseas, and she's been getting her fitness up, and she won't be able to run a full game in centre yet, but she'll definitely put in the hard yards for the first first 2 quarters. Here's where things start to switch up. Wing defence, Brooke Hards. She's come from AFLW, so she used to play for Western Bulldogs. She played juniors at Irimpool, actually, and yes, so she's joined the Redcliffe's crew, coming on at wing defence. Then we've got another sister duo. So we've got a sister duo at one end and a sister duo at the other, because Redcliffe's have stolen away South Mildura players Morna and Frances Naquato.
I was looking at those names thinking those names look really familiar to me.
So South Mildura,
they've made the switch.
They've moved over to Redcliffe.
Maybe with their former coach. Is the coach... who is the Redcliffe's coach?
Romany Bowen is the coach.
Yes, so they probably played under her.
It took a little bit of time, but she managed to convince them. So they're both out there. It is going to be such an interesting game. As soon as we finish up here, I'm racing out to Wentworth.
Yes.
I don't want to miss the end of this game, but it really, Redcliffe's are coming out guns blazing with this brand. It's basically half a team completely new. The interchange bench, I don't actually know who Nina C is. I've done some research and I couldn't quite work out who it was. It was just written down as Nina C and Mia Williams. Those 2 players are also new to Redcliffe as well. I played for Redcliffe last year, and from Brook down, all new.
All new, that's
so we've got one end of the court who are all played all through juniors together. That's the shooting end, the attacking end. All through juniors, they know how each other's plays. And Jasmine and Zara in that ring, they're absolutely unstoppable. And then we've got a defensive side of all new players, but you've got a sister duo in there, and we all know sister duos they're incredible to watch. They're very tough to be able to compete with.
And I know those girls. I remember playing on them, and they're very physical and
they're very shy too. They will not come for an interview. They will not. They're so shy. But I promise I'm going to try and get them at least at one round. There, I'll try and pull either Morna or Frances.
Maybe get them together. They might be a bit more confident.
That's what I thought. If I get both of them, they might do it together, because they seem to do everything together.
Yes.
They warm up prior to training together over on the other courts at Redcliffe.
Wow.
It's a quite... when I was out there at the training, that Redcliffe, it's very different dynamic. And from being a player at that club to seeing... It's like it's a completely different club.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing how they go there. And
I
think, is it Morna and Frances? They might match up really well against Lola and Amanda, because that has always been our tactic on Amanda especially, and Lizzie, is to be really physical. And so hopefully they can do that and turn a few over.
Yeah, it's going to be
great to see a big match up there.
Yeah, very exciting to see. Do you want to go and grab me someone? Who should I have a chat to after that win?
Maybe I can get you Melissa. Oh, Melissa, I can get her.
Yeah,
I think. Oh no, she's already gone.
Oh, she's. Go and grab me someone.
She's catching up with. Okay,
give me the headset and grab
Thanks
me
for
someone.
having me.
No, thank you so much, Esther Mole, everyone. She was absolutely fantastic. A special commentator. She did a fantastic job. Go and grab someone for me. We're going to do a quick post-game interview. I'll grab then Kia Scott from Imperials, and then we'll wrap up the broadcast down here. Final score again, I can't quite remember. I have to get Alice to show me. 46-38. Did you end the play? Okay, beautiful. We're still rolling. All right, pop this on. Catherine, welcome.
Thanks.
Can you hear? You won't be able to hear me. Welcome. How'd you go out there today?
Good. It was a bit a hard grind. Like, I know we had lots of new combos with a few girls out and just adjusting.
Well, there's only 3 of you on the court today that played last year in this sort of team. So it was a different game for you guys on a personal level, but also having Melissa Dider come in as goal shooter. and that was the first game she's played with you guys.
Yeah,
and
so-
you two did quite well together.
Yeah, we sort of gel. She's really good. Like she talks to me where to go. Yeah, and like during the break we talked about it. So I think she's going to be a really good mentor.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the breakdown of the shots between you and her were. I think it's going to be quite even because you're known for your long bombs. There's this one sweet spot on the court that you always seem to get to, and you pop them up, and it's just goes through every time.
Yeah,
so,
well, it's handy to know that she's going to be there for the rebounds. So
exactly, you don't have to worry about height anymore because she's there. I think she got 100% of her own rebounds if she missed a shot. So it's good to have some height at your end of the court as well. How do you feel you're going to go this season? Because when I spoke to your coach, Cara Nathan, a couple of weeks ago, she said, "Nah, write us off for the first half of the year because we've got players missing, there's people overseas, they've lost people to pregnancies, but you've just come away with a pretty solid win." How do you think you guys are going to go this season?
Yeah, I think we're such a good, across the board, such a good culture that whoever goes on will do the hard work and know the systems and drills. So, if somebody is away, we have the confidence that if somebody goes in, that they'll do the job because, we all know what each other are doing. We've played together with each other for a little while. Obviously, we got a few new, like Carnes and Mel, sort of that fresh. But in between, there's that still connections to the girls that have played with each other for a
And
little
you've got
while.
some B-grade players that have come up and helped you out today, and you've got some young faces on the court. It's a nice dynamic, your team, and it worked really well for you guys today, and hopefully if things keep going, you guys will just get more confident as the season moves on. Who have you got next week?
So we got Wentworth at Ouyen, so
Yes,
at home.
that's right. That's the grand final rematch. So that's actually our match of the round. So I'll be out at
great.
Ouyen doing this. So I'd love to see you after the game next week too, and we can have a chat about how tomorrow goes. Because next week it's going to be an interesting one, rematch of the grand final, because we don't know who it's going to be.
Who's
really.
going to be? Yeah, and I know they've got a few out, and we've got a few out again. So
and their team is quite different. So their team actually now I'll let you know as they're about to hit the court now. Goal shooter Amanda Edwards, goal attack Lola McInnerney. She's a young 17-year-old. Wing attack Molly Mangan, centre Ashley Cameron, wing defence Chrissy Becker, goal defence Courtney Wakefield, and goalkeeper Natalie Vercher. So that's their team that they're debuting right now in the next 8 minutes. So it'd be interesting to see how they go up against Redcliffs and then up against you guys next week.
Yeah, I dare say they'll still be strong as they've got a great club culture, I think.
They're so close,
so strong, and they've got great systems too. So we'll
see how
look
it goes.
forward to the season and see how we go.
Thank you so much for joining me, Catherine. It was an absolute pleasure to watch you out there. You did fantastic, and congratulations on the win.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. That is the that was the goal shooter and goal attack there in Catherine Brown. We're just waiting to see if I've got Kia Scott somewhere. She's just having a chat over at the officials board. And she's just coming over now, looking a little bit upset. Pop the headset on. Kia, what happened out there?
I don't actually know.
You still don't know. So so with this new rule, with the warnings and all of that, I thought it was 2 warnings.
Yeah.
Apparently now it's warning then off.
I don't.
You don't know. And
I don't know how it works. It's a bit confusing.
yeah, and the problem is that it's not like you're out there trying to be malicious, because you're the sweetest soul. We're all there for the one goal, and that goal is the ball.
Absolutely.
And I think it's very hard comparing against players and umpires in that sense of, you don't get the opportunity to say to them, that's not what my intention is. And being a tall girl as well, I've always found it so hard. I always get called for contact every 2 seconds, and it's quite defeating. And as well, you're a shooter, you're a natural shooter, and you've been moved over to defence. How did you feel you went before you got all the warnings?
Look, it's been a long time since I've started in defence. Last year I flicked in and out a little bit, maybe for a quarter or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, look, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, there's a few things I need to work on, moving my feet a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I think we all worked really well together, considering that was the first time any of us defensive players have all played together.
There you go.
That was nice. It was a good little win that it felt nice in there. But yeah.
No, very good. And but when they moved you over to shooter, it was like a switch just flipped, and it was just like you were just like coasting along, and you knew exactly where to go. And you've played with Meg McManus for quite a while in junior. You would have played with her in juniors, did you?
Not juniors. She's a couple years younger than
Younger,
me.
yeah.
But we have played together for a long time, but we've been down opposite ends for a while as well. So I've been in the goal ring and she's been defending. So it would be going back a good probably 4 years the last time we played in the same ring together, but that was in defence.
Yes. So it's just all different. But you guys do quite well, because we call the structure of your teams a developmental team, because you've got 3 young junior players who have aged out of 17s. You've got half young on the court and then half experienced, and it's going to take some years, and that's what Ali said. You might not get a grand final this year, but in the next coming years, it's definitely on the cards. So keeping and building that strong team dynamic is something that you guys are working on at training.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the vibe has been so positive, and as you said, we are a very, very young side, so it's going to take us a couple of years of sticking together and working hard and just being positive, which I think you could see out there. I could definitely feel it, the positivity. Everyone getting around each other, it was really good, and it made a real difference on the court, so that was really lovely.
Yeah, and it wasn't a big loss either. It was quite and it was a very close game.
Yeah, it was.
And kudos to you guys as a team, because there were 2 teams out there today that haven't really played together for very long. Found out from Ouyen that Melissa Dida, that was her first time playing with those ladies. So and it would be quite hard coming up to someone who used to play for the Vixens.
When I got that message yesterday, I was like, oh, thank God.
I know.
She's amazing. So
But that was the very first time that they've played together. They haven't. That was. So we'll see how it goes and how it progresses throughout the season. But you guys can progress the exact same way. Who have you got next week?
Who do we have next? South, I think.
South. Very good. So that'll be an interesting game. South have obviously lost some very important players there in the Naquato sisters. So they've moved out to Redcliffs. It will be very different, and South have been really struggling for numbers. So we'll see how that next week game goes for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, Kia. It was an absolute pleasure to chat to you, and I will be seeing you in the coming weeks.
Sounds good.
Thank you. That was Kia Scott there from Imperials. Oh, hello. Well, that about does it out here at Brian Wakeman Oval. My name is Allegra Thorburn. It has been an absolute pleasure to be out here. A big thank you to Esther Mull from Ouyen, who was out here, did some special comments with me today, and a big congratulations to Ouyen for taking out that win. It was absolutely incredible day. Huge thank you to the Gateway Mildura for their support of the netball match of the round, and I'm going to pick my best player now for Ouyen. I hadn't even thought about it yet, and so our netball match of the round best player is going to have to go to Melissa Dida. To have not played with those girls before and to come onto the court and play the way that she did, it was a fantastic effort. So it is time now to sign off. We've got the game starting now for Wentworth and Redcliffs out at George Gordon Oval. I'll be heading out there to have a look at that game as it's starting now, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to Filming Footy, to Archie's, to Mildura Gateway, River 1467 and the SFNL League. See you next week.